Story time with your man, Warrior, aka Scissorman Warrior. And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and we are going to be doing the weekly Scissorman live stream, but I definitely want to do story time first. I think it's kind of fun to share little tidbits of things from the past. A bunch of people jumping on saying hello. So one of the things was yesterday was April 1st, so if you saw me say that I'm quitting the game, that was a April Fool's joke. I think most everybody got that. I'm most definitely not quitting the game. However, I figured I would throw something out, right? It's not April Fool's if you don't try to fool some fool. Anyway, so let's get into story time. I was thinking back, because I miss my brother a lot, Magix. He's been on my live stream in the past, but he lives in Washington State. And I don't get to see him a ton because I live in Colorado. He lives in Washington. And so we don't get to see each other a ton. And I was thinking back to the days of childhood. If any of you've got brothers or sisters, you know how crazy, I don't know how we survived our childhoods, to be completely frank. Thinking back to all the things we did and probably shouldn't have done. We didn't have cell phones to call emergent help with. I mean, if we crashed out in the desert on our bikes, like if we broke our leg, we had to pick our leg up and pick our bike up and waddle ourselves back to the house so mom could take us to the ER or whatever. But my brother was a bit of a magician. He still is, and he's very, very, very good with sleight of hand. And so he does things with coins. He can make coins disappear, and he can do things with cards where he makes the cards disappear. And he's just really good with sleight of hand. He's always had an affinity for magic and sleight of hand things. When we were younger, we were at a friend's house, like an adult friend. It was my mom's, a couple that my mom was friends with, and we were there. And he had a dart, and he kept saying, I'm going to throw this at you. And I'm like, no, don't do it, because we're kids, and he would legit do this. So I'm like, don't do this, and he's like, ha. And he would pretend to throw it. And what he was doing with sleight of hand is he would pull it back, and he was doing the motion so fast that when he pulled back, he was dropping the dart behind him and then acting like he was throwing the dart. But it was so fast that I thought he was actually throwing a dart at me. And then, of course, the dart would disappear. And he had 3 in his hand. So he'd take one, and he'd, and it would disappear. And he'd grab another one, and he'd throw it, and it would disappear. And he'd grab another one and throw it and disappear. And I was like, man, my brother's a magician. And then I noticed behind him a pile of darts. So I figured it out, and I was like, I got you, man. I know what you're doing. You're dropping it behind you. And he's like, okay, you're a rocket scientist now. So anyway, I grab one of the darts up, and I say, I can do this. I can do this. You're dropping it behind you and then going like this, right? I can do this. Yeah, this is going to be easy. And my brother's like, because he knows me. My brother's like, no, you can't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't know what you're doing. And it's like, I've practiced this. He's like, I know what I'm doing, and don't do it. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And he's like, no, don't do it. He tried to talk me out of it. And anyway, so he grabs the dart, or I grab the dart, and I look at him, and I'm like, okay, you ready? He's like, no, stop. And I'm like, whew, and I threw it right into his chest. I didn't drop it. I don't know what the heck was wrong with me, but I didn't drop it. And you heard a thong as it hit his chest, and he looks down, and there's this dart stuck in his chest, in his sternum, and he's like, oh, like he's mad now, and he grabs the dart, and he's like, trying to get out of his chest because it's stuck. He's like, when I get this out of my chest, I'm kicking your butt. He was so mad. Finally, thunk, he got it out, and I was like, on the run, man. I was out of there. I had turned around. I was booktail. And me, of course, younger brother, ran inside. And what did I do? That's right. I hid my mom on the couch. I ran in, had to compose myself and act normal. Walk in, sit on the couch, and like, what's this psycho doing? I don't know what he's talking about. Why does he want to kill me, Mom? Protect me, please. So anyway, if you've had a brother or a sister, especially an older brother, that stories like this are all too common, but I figured I'd have some fun and start with a story today, and then we're going to hop right on into the Scissorman account. So pretty funny though. Let me go ahead and readjust myself because we are way too big. I think that should be about right. That looks about right anyway. Okay, let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Barrett says he heard I was quitting the game. Yeah, no, that was just a April Fool's joke, of course. And let's see, how's it going? Everyone's doing good. Let's see, Takedown Games says, let's see, he's going to do some of his Grand Arena. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Can he magically make Darth Revan appear in my account? Black Cobalt asks, yeah, so nope, my brother can't make that happen. He's just now starting to work with that as well. Black Cobalt says, my brother used to try and staple each other with staplers. Yeah, you little psycho. CR Young is calling me a psycho. I think I deserve it. I don't know why I thought I could do the sleight of hand. I was so excited that I knew how it worked, and then when I did the motion, I didn't practice, and so yeah, I threw it right into his chest. That's pretty crazy, but a lot of people saying hello. Hyper YouTube says hello from Estonia. Pretty cool. What's up from Estonia? And Malgus Darth just donated. Thank you very much for donating. It says UWOL guild family plus training guilds recruit new players. Come and have fun with veteran players and other Star Wars. There you go. There's a guild, a group of guilds looking for people. A lot of people saying what's up. Hello from Finland. Takedown Game says that I just wanted to hit my brother with a dart. There might have been some subliminal truth to that. I think as the older brother picking on me, I probably felt that way a little from time to time. He was a good guy though. He always looked out for me. So, all right, everybody's probably wanting to know kind of where I'm at. I'm at level 83 and I'm 2 days away. I'm today and tomorrow away from hitting level 84. Level 84 unlocks a bunch of stuff, but level 85 is where the magic happens. It's where everything in the game is finally unlocked, and the true magic of this is going to be. So pretty excited about that. I think I'm going to have more fun on this account than my main account for sure when I hit level 85. There are things you can't do with characters until level 85. There are things you can't do with ships until level 85. I can't unlock dark side battles until level 85, and that's where Bosk is, and I need Bosk for ships and for just having him for my bounty hunters. So there's just a bunch of stuff, simming your challenges, being able to sim Galactic War, although I do have fun playing Galactic War most days. So there's just a lot that's going to unlock. I can't remember how much energy was needed to go from level 84 to 85, but I can't imagine it more than between 20 and 25,000. So I'm guessing it's somewhere in the ballpark of 20K. And that is about 5 or 6 days. With the other 2 days I have, I'm at 7 or 8 days away from level 85. So my next stream next week hopefully will be for level 85. So you guys next week will tune in. It might be a day or two late, but we'll be able to see level 85 and all the unlocks and stuff. It should be a really, really fun day. Let's go into look at my characters. Currently in my favorites, I've got Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's part of my Empire that I'm going for R2-D2 because R2-D2's in less than 2 weeks. That's right. I got 2 weeks before that. And so let's take a look at my Empire really quick. I don't think I'm going to make a 7-star for 2 reasons. One, I haven't been able to gear these guys up to like gear 8 and 9, which is where I really wanted to take them. It takes too long. I've focused down on Thrawn because I use him in ships. Plus I use him in my arena team. And I want to get him at least gear 7. At a minimum, and if I can get any of them to gear 8, that would be beneficial. Stark is at 7 stars, Tarkin is at 7 stars, Thrawn is at 7 stars, so I only need 2 more at 7 stars. Well, Palpatine and Vader aren't going to make it. Palpatine is just locked at 5 for now, and the rest are not farmable fast. Darth Vader, even if I can find some of his shards, most of the time you won't find him in the shipments, so that's kind of locked. So my two that are on my free-to-play farming guide, if we go and look at the pillar system, on pillar 1 is Range Trooper in dark and Veers in light, and I am still trying to finish those two characters off. I've got Veers almost there, about 60 shards left. So we're going to be really hammering down on Veers and Range Trooper. In fact, we're going to do a couple of refreshes to try to get extras. I know for sure I'll get him to 6 stars, and I know I can unlock R2-D2 at 6 stars with what I have here. But I don't know if I can get that 7th star. I might get Veers there, but Range Trooper getting 110 shards in the next, 2 weeks plus the week of the event. So 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks to get 110 shards. Possibly. I'm going to need to do about 5 or 6 shards a day, every day, and not have bad RNG or be blessed with some good RNG. And then maybe by the end of the event, I still have to continue to focus gear as well to try and get them to gear 8 and one of them, Tarkin, to gear 7. So let's go back. Let's look at bounty hunters. I've been focused on my bounty hunters. I'm using bounty hunters for the scoundrel events because these guys are all scoundrels and bounty hunters. And so I've been gearing and farming up my bounty hunters. I did finally do the last tier of the credit heist. Barely. Everybody was critical, but we made it through with what you see here. Level 70, gear 7, and 2 at gear 8 with 1 at gear 6. And so that was nice. I'm able to start getting some credits and stuff. So good. Let's see. Black Cobalt SS says, you think I can 7-star Bosk before the Chewie event ends? I'm about 90 or so shards short. Yikes, that's kind of the same predicament I'm in with the event for R2-D2. And I don't know, man, you're going to have to do refreshes, and then RNG has to be on your side. Neil Iyer says, 5 pillars, Grand Arena number 4 live streaming later today. How long until your pillar account unlocks Grand Arena? That would be level 85, and that would be approximately 8 or 9 days from now. It'll be next week, middle of next week sometime. And yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, let's keep moving along and look at everything else, because I'm sure everybody wants to kind of see favorites, development, things like that. So I have Thrawn in there for ships and arena. I've got Boba Fett, Greedo in there for bounty hunters. And because I've unlocked the highest end of that, I'm probably going to pause them right now because I really need to go back and focus and finish those few characters in Pillar 1. These guys are in Pillar 1, by the way, Boba Fett and everything. I know there's other characters in Pillar 1 I need to have a little more focus on. Tarkin's in there for the Empire and for ships. Veers is in there for Empire. Biggs is in there for ships. I've been getting him and his ship out of the shipments, both the ship shipments and Galactic Warp, and sharing a little bit of that. Really got to get him and his ship to 5 stars, and ultimately I need to get him maxed out. He's one of the best tanks in the game. He's a top 3 tank for ships in the game, and so I need that. Cad Bane, again, was in my favorites because I was trying to do credit heist. Biston and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, leveling them up for the Rebel ships, so that way, the next time Chimera comes around, I can get my 6th and 7th star on Chimera. So they're kind of a work in progress. Wedge, same thing. He's a Rebel ship. Got him gear 6, 4 star. He unlocked at 4 star. Range Trooper, working heavily on him to try and get him to 7 stars in the next less than 3 weeks. Jango Fett, because I'm trying to get the Houndstooth ship, and you get a lot of other really good stuff off of that. And subsequently, I get Jango, and Jango went to gear 7 really easy. Dengar, because he's super hard to get, so I've been trying to snag him out of the shipments when I can. And then that goes to my arena team. Bastila, Ezra, and Grandmaster Yoda are my 3 gear 10s, so pretty excited about that. I even have some pieces for them to go to gear 11 almost, but I'm waiting because you have to be level 85 to put those pieces of gear on, so there's that. My Geos, you can see below, my Geo Spy is almost gear 11, which is where I want to take him for now. He's got 3 pieces glowing that he could put on, but I just don't have him to level 85 yet. Sunfac is at 9, almost gear 10. and then soldiers 1 away from 10. So definitely focusing on my geos. I was able to get all of their ships maxed, which are the first 3 ships that I maxed, and I've got 2 of these guys at 6 star, so pretty excited about that. Phoenix, I've kind of paused, obviously, on the gear. I got him to 7 stars, but I'm paused on the gear to focus on other things. And then down here, you can see I've got Stark, which I'm using for Empire. And then you can start to see I've got a few other unlocks that I kind of unlocked so I could passively gear as we go. Yeah, nothing significant down here, but, you know, it's just what we have. Let's go ahead and look at ships. So with ships, I've got Biggs in my favorite, Biston in my favorite, and Wedge in my favorite because they're my low-end rebel ships that I really need to hyper-focus on. I have Houndstooth in there just to remember that I'm farming it because otherwise I'll probably forget. Obviously, I can't get Bosk. I can't get any of Bosk until, well, unless you get him dropped and stuff. Or you can purchase him through the shipments. You can get his stuff through the shipments. So when he shows up in here, if Bosk shows up in here, the problem is, you know, 300 for 4 or whatever. I've done that a couple of times, but I really need to farm him regular because farming him regular makes more sense with the crystals, because spending 300 on, you know, 4 shards is just craziness. But I tried to do it out of desperation, but it's not really working. So I'm just going to have to farm it when I get to level 85. Pretty excited about that. Because he's definitely going to be a great addition into that. And his ship drops pretty easily with Jango Fett. Of course, I've got Ghost and Phantom, both at 6 star. And Phantom's got Ezra at gear 10. And my spy was the first to 7 star. Then I 7-starred Soldier. And then I 7-starred Sunfax ship. I am working on Slave 1 because I need more dark side ships maxed out. And I've been farming it, but Slave 1 doesn't drop very well for me personally. So we're gonna just kind of keep plugging along. I have been kind of farming the Imperial TIE Fighter as well. It's a decent ship. It's really great against other Houndstooth. And a lot of people want to know how I'm handling opponents' Houndstooth because a lot of my shards mates now in the high-end ships in the top 10. By the way, I've been getting number 1 every day for the most part in Fleet Arena, and they're asking, how are you getting past these Houndstooth? And the best way to say it is I basically kill another ship before the Houndstooth goes, and then after, you know, the Houndstooth taunts, you just kind of do basics and bide your time until you are able to do, until his taunt falls off, because his taunt doesn't last forever. The best thing they can do is run multiple taunts. In fact, basically everyone runs multiple taunts, and that's good for me because then I can just ignore the Houndstooth, move to the other taunt, and kill a ship in the meantime, which helps remove ships from their game. As soon as I'm done killing one with taunt, the other one's taunt drops, and then I can focus down some of the other ships. A couple of the other guys are putting their Houndstooth in the back. I like that even better because when it comes in from reinforcements, while it does taunt, and a lot of times it has retribution because they run it with Tarkin, I'm near or at my ultimate, and I'm able to just use the ultimate from the Chimera to eliminate it and critically injure the other ships, and that allows for me to go ahead and mop up with what ships I have left. My Geos are way more powerful than most of the ships on this leaderboard, so I've got the offensive kind of edge. It's just I'm not very defensible because I don't have the Houndstooth like a lot of these guys do in the backup. So that's kind of how I'm handling it. You know, a lot of people are doing the Imperial TIE Fighter so they can put buff immunity up. That's super smart. It's all about timing. So there's that. We got a bunch of questions popping in really, really quick. Now that we've gone over kind of where I'm at with everything. Nathan Bowden says, will CLS show up with R2-D2? I am positive that will be the case. They pretty much always do that. Neil says there's 20,000 experience from 84 to 85. That's what I thought. So I'm about 7-8 days away. Black Cobalt says, you think there will be clones and separatist reworks coming as B2's the login? Honestly, I have no idea what they're going to do with that. They tend to do some reworks and some new characters kind of blended together, and it feels like it wasn't complete. when they stopped to do the Darth Revan thing. I feel like Darth Revan was leaked accidentally, and so they rushed it, kind of shoved it in between what they were working on. So there's a really good chance of that. And Darth Mar says, what ships should I use for opening fleet battle hard nodes? It's irrelevant of what you've unlocked. I'm using the Geos, and they're just slicing through. In fact, I just did, I think, all of level 4 on both sides, light and dark. So I've got everything completely done except for level 5. I just need to complete, I believe, level 5. Level 5 easy and hard, and I probably won't be able to do that until I finish my Geos. So part of the thing with Geos, and let me get into it really quick. Kurt Rinaldi donated. Thank you very much. He said he just hit 1 year. He's got 1.7 million galactic power free to play using his OG pillar guide. Thank you. Very cool. So let's go in. One of the things about ships that I love but hate is I have got a ton of Omegas because I can't use them, right? And I've been getting ship Omegas for the last 3 months and storing them and earning them, and I can't use them. So as soon as I can unlock this, it's going to go bam. But level 8 on their uniques is where these guys go from being really good to insanely good. And that is because they each have a really cool unique that they share with the entire group of Geos. For example, the Soldier Starfighter allies gain 10% accuracy for each Geo. So that's plus 30% accuracy. And then 15% assist chance and a negative 15% damage penalty. So you can see that the maxed out is 35% chance to assist, dealing 20% less damage. That's really, really good. That's a really great unique. And if you look at this one, Sunfax, when the Starfighter's active, all allies will gain 10% critical avoidance for each Geo. So that's 30% crit avoidance. That's huge. And then also 5% turn meter gain and 25% defense. So total will be the Starfighters gain 30% turn meter and 60% defense until the end of that enemy's turn. So these are huge uniques. I have the Omegas already for it, but I've got to get the ship to level 85. Once I do, this is going to pop and it's going to turn this team insane. And so when you come over, let's see where I'm at in ships, because ships is definitely what I wanted to do. Oh, that's right. I hadn't quite finished 4. I need to finish 4. I did this with Darth Vader. By the way, I can now farm Darth Vader's ship. Yay! Because I'm struggling to get it unlocked. It's at 66 of 80. It rarely drops, and it's kind of a little bit lower priority, but it's a really great ship. And so, yeah, I'm on 4 hard, and then I go to 5. And so Scion, I'm surprised I'm able to get here. I may or may not be able to 3-star this. It's everything's really maxed out at level 82, which is very, very powerful. And it's a Chimera, which means he can one-shot. So I have to kill everything before the Chimera goes off. But I'd like to finish because this is great rewards, plus Scion would be a nice, fun, kind of slow, passive farm if I happen to have extra energy. So let's go ahead actually and do this battle, and you can see what team I'm using. So I'm using the Chimera, 5-star. I'm using my Geos, all 7-star level 83, gear 9. And then I'm using my 6-star Rebel ships and my 4-star Bounty Hunter. My 4-star Slave 1 is not that good. It's only level 65. The ship currency is, you've got to be really hyper-focused on ship currency because it's very expensive to level a ship. It's very expensive. You get like the currency 4 times less than normal credits. And of course, you've got to decide who you're going to max out. So let's hope for a little bit of evasion, and we'll try to... Little bit of ability block. Ability block's kind of the only thing that I'm worried about. I can kind of heal up. We're going to do a double shot. We got to take this Vader out. And let's hope for an assist call. There we go. Almost dead. There we go. Now we got to come over to Boba Fett. Boba Fett's got a couple. He's got an AoE he can use. He's also got the... let's see. Is that Biggs? Yes, it's Biggs. All right, let's try and take out Boba Fett. I love the calls to assist. Let's try and bring in Ghost. Now, the reason why I'm bringing Ghost in is he's got the ability to kind of weaken the entire opponents with expose and defense down, which helps my Geos chew through them faster, and I really need to do that. Plus, if they get any kind of ship that happens to have retribution, it's going to give me the opportunity to stealth my ships and survive for longer. All right, a triple shot should kill him. There we go. Really strong opening. Still don't have him taunting because they haven't target locked me yet, which is why I got rid of him. We're going to hit both because the AoE is more powerful than all the other shots. And remember, in ships, you can lose one ship before you lose your 3-star. So we'll stun him. Yeah, let's try and do some more damage. Not a lot of damage, sadly. I can still lose one ship and 3-star this. But Sunfac really does well with absorbing damage. And he's going to die, but... Oh. Dang. We're not going to 3-star it, that's for sure, because now I'm at 2. So their capital ship was faster than mine, and I wasn't able to... cut it out fast enough. So sadly, we're going to have to come back to this when I get my ships to probably level 85. As soon as I get my guys to level 85, I will be able to come back in here and chew through it fast enough. You got to beat their Thrawn. Let's triple shot. Oh, I only have a couple of them. I lost the other two. Oh no, and they're bringing more in. Man, they got a lot of reinforcements. A lot of durable reinforcements. Yep, this one looks like it's a done deal. Not sure I'm going to be able to win this one. Pretty positive I won't. I still get to kill one of them at least. It'll feel good to use this. Well, I have to pick him. Bang. All right, let's hit them both. At least I'll get the first time rewards, even though I won't be able to farm him yet. That's okay. Let's weaken them up a little. And bring in my last. Black Cobalt says, why are ship battles so much harder? It just is what it is. It's just the way they built ships. Here we got some target lock. Oh, man. He got to use his ultimate twice already. Crazy. Can I kill this ship? I'm not sure I can even do a first-time completion of this unless I get to my ultimate. And that foresight up is annoying. Put some... offense up for us, defense down. Oh, ability block, that's good. I bet their Grand Admiral Thrawn is equivalent to, like, a Gear 11 Grand Admiral Thrawn, because it is much faster. Well, I'll have my ultimate next round. This is painful. Come on! Yes! Oh, well, at least I one-starred it. At least I get the rewards, because look at that, man. Look at the Omegas. 45. See, I can't use them, so they're just stacking up. That's pretty good. Patrick Miller says, how are you doing on your main account in Grand Arena? I love your Triple Mollywop series, so I'm just curious on your track record so far. So I have one more than I've lost, but I've definitely lost a few for sure. Hey, there's Jolie, another Jolie spot. I can farm him in another area too. And definitely not going to beat that. These are all level 85. The last one was level 82 on everything. So, yep, that's a difficult task. So the last one, the one we're in right now, I actually literally cleared the board. I'll give you a little screenshot. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'll pull it up here in just a second and I'll give you a shot. I won this Grand Arena. So I won the first one, lost the second one by like 20 points, and then I won the third one. So I'll be 2 out of 3 on this tournament, and I'll probably place second or third or fourth because it's all the same rewards, which is 2 Zetas. So that'll be good. I've done a total, like a complete sweep and won all 3 battles like 3 or 4 times. And I've lost 2 out of 3 battles a couple of times as well. So it's been really balanced. I've had a couple really bad showings, had a couple really amazing showings, and then I've had some average showings. Everybody's got 5.4 million GP. Everything's maxed out. They got like 70 Zetas. Some have the same kind of mods as me and we do well together. Some have crappier mods than me and I walk over them. And some of them have better mods than me and I just can't compete with the team speeds. So it just kind of is what it is. Mods are really the difference maker, and I farm mods every single day. But over 2,200, I did a complete sweep, and he hasn't even done his battles yet. So we'll see. He may or may not do his battles. I don't know. It's funny. Sometimes people wait till the last hour to do their battles against me. I'm not sure what that is about. So I don't know who this guy is. We're going to hit big die. I replaced Kanan with Thrawn, but I had to wait until Thrawn was equal to or greater power than Kanan because Kanan did decent damage. He was a second taunter. He puts offense down, so he kind of neuters the opposing team. He's got a cleanse for his team, which is really great. It's just a lot of really great stuff. But Kanan cleanses an individual. He puts protection back on individuals. Thrawn cleanses an individual, puts protection back on an individual. He's a tank. He eliminates a tank. So they're very parallel characters. I'm still using Bastila, and she'll probably be my first Zeta. Speaking of Zeta, I want to do the Zeta, but it requires her to be at level 84, which I should hit, I believe, tomorrow. Let me see. Where are we at? Yeah, I've got 2 days at least to get to level 84. So she'll be getting her Zeta as soon as I can, but I only have like 12 Zeta pieces. I don't have a ton, and I could be buying them out of the ship store. In fact, I earn enough on an almost daily basis to buy one of these every day because I'm earning like 1,800 of these currencies, and I always have like 500 sitting around. And it's painful to have 2,200 currency, see a Zeta for 2,000 and not buy it, but I'm dedicated to getting all of the other ships that are in here that I need to get, right? I'm buying Darth Vader. I'm buying Biggs X-Wing. I'm trying to get those things that are really difficult to get and only available in the Fleet Arena or are fast to get in the Fleet Arena because those are really important. So let's go ahead and let's do this battle. This should be a really actually pretty easy battle. Yeah, I got a 7-star Thrawn, and I have a video on that 7-star Thrawn. So if you guys are interested, definitely let me know, and you can go to my account and check it out. All right, he's got better mods than me. No wonder this guy climbed into the top 20. We'll go ahead and pass my buffs, and now we're going to call an assist. Now, Ezra really needs to be fast, too, because he's the one that's going to call your assist and help eliminate an individual like that. Then we can move over to Ezra. We can try and take as much damage off of him as possible. Resisted. He takes away the buff. So I'm going to actually, the only tank they have, I'm going to fracture Obi-Wan. We're going to move back. I'm going to use this. Bam! Nice damage. And we're going to go ahead and kill him. That was a lot of damage. All right, we're going to move over to Qui-Gon Jinn. He does a lot of damage. So we're going to go ahead. He calls an assist, all sorts of stuff. Let's put all the buffs on everybody. Let's use a basic. That should kill him. And then we'll move over and we will go ahead and auto this team. Pretty good, even with better mods. On his, Yoda, it's all about the timing order, right? I can go second and still win as long as I have the mods to do it. My Thrawn's around 220. My Ezra's around 210. So they're not God mods by any standard, but they're decent. And then I have Bastila. She's my fastest character. I have her at like 229, which is not fast at all. It's just the best I've been able to get. It's very difficult to get, really, really good mods. You got to try every single day. By the way, I've been seeing a ton of Darth Revens popping up on my leaderboard, a ton. And I'm only a 3-month-old, leaderboard. So seeing all the Zetaed Revens, Zetaed Darth Revens, it's like kind of crazy that they have so many. Let's see. Paul Gray says, what do you think about Disney reviving Lucasfilm games? Think they'll try and take the rights back away from EA? Hey, what's up, Rancor? No, I don't. I don't actually think they're going to take it away. The game side of things has always had a good relationship. Not sure how Zeke without Zeta is beating these teams. These teams destroy me. You got a Zeta Emperor Palpatine that does great. Jagged Dre actually has a Zetaed Darth Revan. Tukret Paz has a double Zetaed and a Zetaed Jolie Bindo. He's got 3 Zetas on his team already. I don't even have 1 yet. Deuce has a Zeta. Ed Solo has like Gear 12 Darth team. Swordfish, Gear 10. Swordfish I can actually beat. Darth Ilis, 1, 2, 3, go. Cosmic has a Zeta already, and Cosmic has better mods than me, although I can beat that team. Fog Drip has a Zetaed Revan, but look at the, we got, look at this. This is amazing though. If you guys really want diversity, try an early leaderboard. My goodness, early leaderboard. Emperor Palpatine, Basilishan, you've got Revan, you've got Darth Revan, you've got Mother Talzin, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Revan, another Mother Talzin, Zetaed, and then some other just kind of lesser teams. We've got Avalar, who's still rocking because he loves the Imperial Troopers, and he's got a Zeta. Grand Admiral Brian has 2 Zetas, and he's rocking a really overpowered Bounty Hunter team. I can't believe I almost got to say Bounty Hunter. So pretty crazy. And then you come in to where I'm at, Scissorman. We even have First Order, a Zetaed First Order team. So lots of Zetas. Basically everybody in the top 30, about half or more in the top 30 have Zetas, 2 or more for a lot of them. And I'm able to beat First Order easily. I'm able to beat sometimes the Bounty Hunters. I'm always able to beat Imperial Troopers. I'm able to beat any Basilishan team. The Mother Talzin teams, I can win sometimes, and sometimes I lose. The Darth Revan teams, not Zetaed, I can beat. The Darth Revan teams with Zeta, I can't beat. I can't beat the Revan teams with Zeta most of the time, 99% of the time. And so, and then these teams are just really, very powerful. Zeke, I mean, look at that. He's got Jolie Bindo for the heal, but I can't imagine with a Gear 8 character, a Gear 9 character, and then 2 Gear 10s, 3 Gear 10s, that because he can't revive. That's the Zeta portion. So he's not reviving. People, I can't imagine these people aren't just dying due to being marked and stuff. This is kind of crazy that he's rolling with this team in the number 1 spot, especially level 81. So there's a lot of abilities that are locked at level 81. And if you look, 83, this guy, 85, 85, 85, 85, 84, 85, 82, 85, 85, 83, 81, 83, 80. So anyway, lots of interesting matches. Darth Maul says Darth Revan is cool. I hope everybody gets a chance to get him. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it, Darth Maul. Hans Omar says, question, is Z Finn still worth it? Finn is still worth it. You don't need the Zeta. You don't need the Zeta at all. I had that same question, but he is powerful underneath Jedi Training Rey. You don't need to do his leadership Zeta. Darth Mar says, this is already a hard shard to come by. Absolutely. 3 months in, and we've got Darth Revans and lots of it. We do have diversity, though. That is the thing. Early on, there is at least some diversity for sure. It says, what are you running in Arena on your main account? I'm running Darth Revan, HK, Sith Marauder, Sith Trooper, and Dark Side Basilisk. So we're doing that. Let's go ahead and get our farming done because it's been a while. Got to get some of these dailies done. All right, mod challenges. For now, I'm just going to spend the money, the energy I have. We might have some energy later to do some refreshes, but for now, we want to do this. I'm using speed mods, potency on some people, offense mods, critical chance. I really need critical chance. And then health mods I get for free, so I'm not worried about health. Speed is great. I'm really needing to get some good offense mods and some good speed mods. So I think let's go and let's keep trying speed today. And I can get 7 of them. I might do some refreshes, like I said. Let's see. This is offense with speed secondary. That's actually really good. We will see later what that rolls. Let's see what this other is. Crit avoidance. Nah. Health. And health. Okay, so nothing significant. Let's go ahead and go into Cantina. Trying to finish off my Geospy so I can move back to my regular Cantina farms. I've kind of paused them. We're going to do 3 refreshes. This all depends on where I place the day before. By the way, speaking of placing, it has been very, very, very difficult for me to play my main account and my alt account every single day. I have to climb for 1 hour and do 5 battles minimum for my main account. Then I have to do 5 battles minimum for my main account for ships. In that same hour, I have to do 5 battles minimum, sometimes more in my alt account. And then the next hour, I have to do 5 battles, sometimes more in the next account. So I do in 3 hours over 20 battles, sometimes more. For 3 hours straight, and it's during the 4 to 7 o'clock hour, which is like dinner, and I work, and people come in, and so it's very, 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 very difficult to find the time to climb. It's super cumbersome, and I've actually started missing my payout multiple times on my main account because I'm so busy at work right now because I'm trying to hire a person that I'm not able to. I'm helping somebody. It just seems like everybody comes in during dinner time to buy a bed. I don't know what that is, but let's go ahead and get this going. All right, let's see. Really appreciate all your guidance. It's Barrelsman. He says, I farm every type of mod. Is that a good idea? Do it in droves. You know, don't farm every mod every day. Try and pick a mod and just farm the heck out of it for like 3 or 4 days, and then until you get something decent, and then move to another mod set. And then hopefully your next mod set will be good. 33% drop rate for these early Cantina characters, so you should see an average of 2 every single time. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 3, but it always balances out to about 33%. Darth Mar gave another donation. Says Warriors has to the battles. Yeah, it is definitely difficult. We're 15 away from being done with him and 7-starring him, which would be good. And then we can move to my other 2 pillar characters. I want to get old Ben maxed out, and then I'm going to do Kira and First Order Kylo Ren Unmasked, both for ships and for First Order team. Kira is really important as well. I think she's excellent. All right, let's go in and do light side battles, dark side battles. We're going to start with Veers. Veers is, I've got to level him up more. I haven't. Man, Guild Event Store. Hate to spend it on that. We're going to look because I might do that. All right, let's get 3 refreshes. And they kind of get you, right? Because you got to do your battles. And then when you get 1, right? 1, what do you want to do? You want to refresh. They know this. So I'm going to refresh. We'll do another one. Please give me 5. 1. I knew it. All right, let's stop on that. And that's great. I got 2 stinking shards. Come on. Give me good luck at least with range. Yes, 4. That's huge. I rarely get many. 25. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 4! Well, today's the day of RNG for him. That's awesome. I've got him almost 6 stars. That's great. I just got to get 100 more for him, 103 more in the next 3 weeks. So I'll keep focusing him down. All right, let's see. We still have a little bit more energy in my regular energy. So let's go ahead and grab Django. And I've got lots of different like oddball targets that I throw energy at. There's a good one. This one does stun cuffs and Mark IVs. For now, Mark IV is important to me. You can see a lot of people need those Mark IV. Let's see. I just hit 20 on that. Anybody glowing? Nope. So they need more than just the Mark IV combined. Let's open up a few of these. I like to get the character unlocks. It's super nice. A lot of extra characters drop in this for sure. Still haven't got my Barisafi. I've been expecting her to drop in here at some point and get her 4-star unlock. That would be super awesome. Although I won't do anything with her right now. Hey, speaking of you, Barris, how you doing? Yep, she's in here as a full unlock. It's just a matter of getting her. I've gotten Plo out of here and some other rare characters, but have not gotten Barris. There's a Lobot. Urzatron would be so proud. All right, what else we got? Come on. This is junk. I still open them. I open them to 50,000. I keep 50,000 because at one point I saw them do a 50,000 purchase, 50,000 currency purchase for an item in the whale store. And so I always try and keep at least 50,000 in the store so I can purchase out of the whale store weekly. But anything in excess of my 50,000, I spend, basically every day. To try and get more gear, more, low-end gear, and the occasional Mark III Carbonti, you never know when you'll get one of those. Some extra character shards, of course. And now that I'm actually getting more characters to 7-star, I've got quite a few to 7-star now. I actually have the opportunity to get... oops, I overspent a little. That's okay. We'll earn more. Someone's like, you can use the clicker app. I don't really need the clicker app for that. I only do that a little bit each day. So, all right, let's do some challenges. I've got this one that unlocks in a couple of days to level 84. That will definitely be nice. A little bit more credits at the end. Not much. And this one's maxed. So I'm just waiting to be able to sim it. And this piece right here, the Mark VI hyposyringe, is really needed by, virtually everybody once they get to like 7 and 8. So definitely need that. I would love to get Veers. Demon or Angel says, I hit 50 Veers shards on a Bronzium and only needed 51 to 7-star. That's pretty awesome. All right, I definitely can't do this. I don't have the ship requirements yet or the strength. I was able to get the ship building materials maxed. Once I got my geos leveled up just a little bit more, 7-starred them, it was like easy to walk through this. At 6-star, I couldn't do it, but now it's nice to be able to get maximum rewards out of this, especially the ship building materials. That's something you need really bad. Let's see, fleet battles. Let's see. So this one is, I think it's 7-starred. Yeah, all of my ships, all my geos are 7-starred. We're going for this one. And I only have, let's see, 320. We can spend a little in here. Hopefully it drops some ships. It's been dropping kind of crappy in here for me. So we got some ships to work on, but definitely dark side. Let's see where we're at with dailies. I think I've got quite a few of these dailies done, which is quite a bit of experience. Oh, we haven't even done purchases. Let's see, enhance a ship. The ship I'm enhancing is the Chimera. It's been very difficult. It takes a lot. Look at how much... I still, to max out to only level 83, not level 85, because I can't get there yet, I still need 2.5 million. Crazy, right? 2.5 million. Nuts. All right, 79. I can go up one level. We're trying. And then I've got his main ability at 3, and it's unlocked to go to the next one. I just don't have the prestige. And then all of these are at 2, except for this one I was able to get to 3. But this one, just prestige. And I could buy prestige, but really those that currency needs to go towards characters that I'm trying to get. That's really more important. All right, we got a couple of quests. Got a new quest. What's this? Raid tickets. Earn 1,800 raid tickets. Alrighty. Let's see. I've got some purchases to do and some Galactic War to do. Let's see what's in here. I think earlier I came in here and bought. Didn't I? I always forget. Nope, I actually didn't this time. I'm glad I always check. My OCD saves me again. I need 20 of those Mark 7 balls, so that's good. Yeah, see, I always save enough to do whatever's for the currency. In here, First Order Officer is a target right now, trying to get my First Order up and my ship's crew up. I've got 1,800 in here. That's pretty good. Let's get 5 of those. And let's look for rare characters. Let's see, Ewok Elders in here. That's good. And let's see, is there any gear I can get that will trip to the next? There we go. This one will give me a completed piece. We'll save the other 700 for other characters. And I can come in here and get some Jedi Consular, Boo, Cad Bane. That's really who I'm going for. Trying to finish off Cad Bane, also work on Biggs, Dark Lighter, and then, of course, Captain Phasma. She's in there as well. There's just a lot to do with Galactic War. The good news is I get 1,200 currency a day. It's a lot. I can do one purchase. Let's see, I could do Ghost. I could do Geo Spy. Or I could save it for the next refresh and see what else they have dropping. And then in here, I'm at 55 of 145 for Wampa. So I'm hoping in another couple months, I'll have the Wampa. He will be excellent. Let's see. Let's see what's available down here. Veers, that's definitely tempting with the fact that Veers dropped really not good. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I got 7 shards today. How's that? 7 is better than 2. And then I have been getting some excess currency and able to buy out of here, just not a lot. I get like one purchase every 3 or 4 days, maybe, if that. So, all right, we've got to do a Galactic March. Let's reset this bad boy. Ooh, look, a lovely clone team. I'm using the same team as my arena, just making it easier. Definitely, it's gotten hard, but that's okay. I enjoy the challenge. I also enjoy watching the different compositions. And in Galactic War, it's always easier, even if you go against a super overpowered Zeta team. And the reason is I get the turn meter gain every single time. There's absolutely no benefit to the other team. They have to sit and watch me pummel them first. By the way, I got the Omega on Thrawn's basic, so his ability block turns to a stun now. That is super control because I have that stun. I have potentially Yoda's stun, and then I've got Bastila who can stun. I've got ability block from Bastila. I've got ability block from Old Ben, and I've got ability block from Thrawn. So I got multiple ability blocks. It's a lot of control with ability blocks and stuns that I have, and that really helps me navigate around all of the super powerful Zeta teams. Still dealing a little bit with the kind of the glitchiness or the lagginess, if you will, kind of the choppy rendering on this. There's the stun, by the way. He had ability block. from Old Ben, and then I stunned him with Thrawn. And I'm thinking it's not. First off, it's not my computer. My computer's got more than enough. There's a stun right there. I love that. Ability block turns to a stun. Whop, whop. It's a lot of control. Yeah, the account. Let's see. Molly's saying the account looks good. Yes, for sure. It's definitely coming. I've spent a lot more time, energy, and effort on my alt account than I have my main account. My main account, I kind of set it and forget it. I try and climb if I can. A lot of times I'm too busy at work. But this account, I definitely have tried to make the time every day. I want to showcase the best case scenario you can do out there for all the free-to-players and give something to strive for. But obviously, to do that, I've got to make sure I invest time, or I'll give a less than ample showing. All right, whop. All right, chopper. Goodbye, chopper. Kanan, speed up, which is going to turn into ability block. We'll just do ability block now. He's still got his ability block on there. Let's do a basic with Thrawn. And let's turn that ability block into a stun, or he's dead. It's funny how much I want to stun people, but can't because they die before I can stun them. Like that. Here we go. The whale store. Yeah, Tador says the whale store. Laughed my butt off. Yeah, that's what I call it because it is. It's a whale store. There's just a bunch of crystal stuff. There is some stuff for credits, and there is some stuff for ally points. The credit stuff and the ally point stuff is most of the time on my main account purchased because, you know, why not, right? This is an interesting composition I'm going against. All right, Jib says, with an account of 2 weeks long and 5-star Vader, would you try to focus on Empire to get R2-D2? 2 weeks long and you got a 5-star Vader? I don't even know how that's possible. You must be hustling. Yeah, I would focus on Empire. If you were able to get those achievements done in 2 weeks to get your Vader to 5 stars and unlock, then yeah, apparently you're doing something. So I would go for Empire. Absolutely. He's the next chase, right? He's the next available character, and you should have some 2 and 3 star characters, and they're found in different locations. So you should be able to get what you need. Poor Grievous. Bah. I still haven't Omega'd Old Ben's basic with the whole, you know, evasion down stuff. I don't know why. Ability block. Whop miss. Whop miss. Whop miss. 3 misses. There we go. 3 out of 4. 75% evasion. Yay! All right, this will be a stun or a death. A stun. There we go. Oh, he says he just bought the starter Vader they give. Okay, so if you just got the starter Vader and you don't have all the other Empire, you don't have enough time, dude. You don't have enough time. If you're going to be basically mostly free to play, I mean, you bought a character, but it was, what, $5, so something cheap. Unless you spend money, you're not going to be able to get 5-star Empire in time. It just takes weeks to get a character to the next, you know, a couple star levels up, and you're going to have to do multiple characters at the same time. So what I would do is if you're a newbie, I would stay on target. I would start working on the Phoenix and really primarily work on the Phoenix. I mean, unless you don't want to. If you want to go for Empire, go for Empire for Arena. Great. But you're not going to probably make it unless you spend some money. So, all right. By the way, my guild has been doing the Sith raid shortly after I got here. They had made their first attempt a couple weeks after I got here, and they brought in a merc, and the merc helped us get through it and teach everybody kind of what teams should be used, that kind of thing, or whatever. I was just brand new at the game, so I on this account, so I really couldn't contribute a whole lot. In fact, I couldn't even register a 0 at first because I didn't even have a 7-star character, and it wouldn't let me participate. So it does limit you in that sense. For the first month, but then we were able to do it on our own. But there was some cheesy teams, right? Some teams that with Finn in phase 3 that could basically solo in phase 3. And so there was a lot of like easy parts with the Sith raid. So now the Sith raid's fixed. You've got to really have the teams. You got to know how to use the teams. You got to have everybody contributing, and we have no, whatever you call it. We have nobody that's come in to a mercenary. We have no mercenary. And this last Sith raid, it was really, really fun to watch the team. They spent 2 whole days. I mean, it came down to the last 40 minutes of the raid, and all the communication and the guys just hustling to try to find the right team. Some of them used their entire rosters to try to finish phase 4. Just throwing literally the kitchen sink at the raid. But I think it felt really good for the team because we still had about 10 people who didn't even participate, but it's way better than it was. And even without those 10 participants, the team rallied and was able to come in at the end and crush the Sith raid with no cheese teams, with no mercenary, no merc, and still with only 40 participants do this. And I was super proud of them. I had already taken my 2 superficially crappy teams in and had done what I could do the day prior. So I had no ability to help them that last day. I kind of had to watch painfully as they struggled through that last day, but it was amazing to watch them come together as a team and just, pull it together and pull out an amazing victory. So super exciting about that. If the other guys get a little bit more active, the last 10 guys get a little bit more active, we are going to be in really, really good shape as a guild. So solid. If you're not in a good guild, if your guild is not getting people to do their 600s, if they're not, the leadership isn't very communicative and stuff, and you're serious about this game, you want to, serious as in you want to do well, you want to have fun, you want to get gear, lots of gear, you want to get those raid characters because raid characters are cool. Make sure you're in a good guild. Be selfish. It's okay. Don't, be a friend virtually to somebody and then say, well, my loyalties lie with, it's just a game. It's just a game. Find a guild that matches you. Now, my guild, I don't contribute much. I think I got like $500,000 on the Sith raid. That's terrible for me, but I'm able to do 600 every day, and that helps everybody do more raids, which more raids equal more gear for everyone. So I am contributing the greatest thing, which is 600 every day. There's a lot of people that are contributing that. By the way, my galactic power is over 700,000 already because of ships and my main account, which is crazy. I had no idea that in 3 months I could get to 700,000 GP. Honestly, didn't think that was even possible without spending money. I thought it wouldn't be something that would be capable. But what do you know? If you bust things out, you can unlock a lot of GP. I will probably be hurting when Grand Arena comes around in about 9 days. The next Grand Arena, when I'm level 85, I'm going to go against somebody who's got probably a hyper-focused roster that didn't care about ships, and it's going to be rough. Although the good news is, in theory, they have fixed the whole ships thing to not count if you're doing ships. So pretty excited about that. And I'm interested to see who I get faced with, what their teams look like, kind of the whole free-to-play experience in Grand Arena. Win, lose, or draw, I think it'll be fun being creative. Those are definitely going to be fun live streams to play and to fight and to just try to get creative and use, silly, crappy teams to beat silly, crappy teams. So it'll be pretty fun. My brother says, what's up, dude? Hey, if you get a chance, brother, you should go back to the beginning. I tell the story of the dart in the chest. It's actually hilarious. I told everyone about that, and pretty funny story. So if you get a chance, go back and read it. All right, or listen to it. Doing pretty good, almost through this. Haven't really ran into a difficult team yet today. Kind of surprised. Let's see. There we go. Let's see where we're at. Andrew's all will do. And you've jinxed it. Yeah, someone's all, you jinxed it because I said it was easy the whole way through. No, look at this. Nothing hard in the first 9 nodes. Nothing, not even close. Yesterday, I had triple Zeta teams on nodes 6 and 9. Triple Zeta, like Empire teams, which are very difficult with an Emperor Palpatine on 6 and 9. Today, nothing. I just don't get that. It's like, the randomization of the computer pulling just random crap is pretty funny, actually. Let's kill her off. Let's go to Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, of course I missed. Let's ability block him. Let's go ahead and stun him. Yay! Well, hello there, Eth Koth. Let me molly whop you in the face. Let me double whap you. Whap, whap. I tell you what, Ezra is overpowered, and this is why. He's only got like a 30 or 40% chance. I can't remember how high the percentage is, but it's not 100%. I think it's like 40% or something like that to assist. I'd have to look at his kit again. I just know it's a percentage chance. And he does it so much. It is like almost every time. I mean, it feels programmed to about the 80%. But I'm okay with that because I use him as a character. So don't look at him. Don't worry about him. He's fine. He's fine. Poor Mace. I'm hoping Mace gets his rework this month. I'm hoping that everyone's right with the whole clones. Yeah, if he has no debuffs, it's doubled. So glad to have made a live stream today. I think it's like 30%, and then the 30% becomes 60%. Let's look. With a 40% chance to attack again if he has no debuffs, it's double. So 80% chance. So that's about what it is. So I guess he's not broken. That's just what it is when he doesn't have debuffs. But crazy because it feels like 100% for sure. 80% is pretty close to 100 though. I rarely ever have it where he doesn't attack twice. I love it. I really do love that. Everybody's kicking it in the stream. It's 80%. Yeah. I just went back and looked at the kit. 80%. That's really good. I don't remember it being that high, but that's my memory for you. I haven't paid attention to reading that spot of his kit for a little while, obviously. I can give one of these away. I bet that'll make him happy. Anything else in there? Nope. All right. All right, let's finish this off. Let's see, Dal Therese, I probably messed that name up, says, glad to make a live stream today. Very cool. Black Cobalt says he had to face a Talia lead zombie and the Night Sister that goes stealth, and it gave me a really tough time with the evade and got timed out in Grand Arena. How do you beat something like that? So you use, in my opinion, for the stealthing zombie team, the easiest counter for that is a team that can target whoever they want, whenever they want, and can do AoE. So you can either take in CLS, because he can target whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and bring in, some AoE rebels that do like AoE damage, so you can hit someone in stealth. Or you take in like Boba Fett and Jango Fett, because Boba Fett, Jango Fett can target whoever they want on their basics. And if Jango Fett kills them on his turn, they can't be revived. So you don't have to worry about the silly reviving mechanism, which is pretty awesome. So just something to consider. I use the Boba Fett, Jango Fett, and I finish it consistently 90% of the time on the first attempt, which is obviously what you want to do is the first attempt. So yeah. All right, let's kill Boba twice. That's the one thing nice about Boba Fett too. You have to kill him twice, so it's like having 2 characters because you got to put the effort in. We're just doing basics because this is a really easy team to beat. Yeah, let's just do basics because they got to give me something difficult. I can't believe how easy today has been. Pretty crazy. Yeah, let's move to Kanan. And then let's see, got some questions in here, it looks like. Thoughts from the brain. Good game. It says, beside geo ships, are the bounty hunters or a target lock team a good go-to ship for arena? Yeah, target lock teams were kind of the old meta. They still work pretty well, and a lot of the target lock ships can be used against the current meta, such as the Imperial TIE Fighter does target lock and has buff immunity, which you could use. Darth Vader can, dispel, and that's important, and he can also throw dots and do massive damage, so he's really good against those ships. Darth Vader's ship is really, really good. That's a target lock synergy. Boba Fett coming in is really annoying as a tank because he distracts the individual. They have to hit him for a while. If you're using Tarkin, he's got retribution, which is pretty crazy. Or you can just level up his reinforcement ability and he has retribution regardless. And you should do that anyway. And he does an AoE on all target locked individuals. That's a ton of damage. You could bring in the old Fives ship. Fives ship is still underdeveloped by most people, and if you target lock everyone with your team and bring in Fives and he does his AoE, when maxed out, it does like 100k to everybody. It's just a one-shot wonder, and so he's a great reinforcement. So something to think about for sure. Let's stun him. Wop up. I definitely don't like Fives at all. Fives is a bit annoying. Let's go ahead and ability block Mace. And let's stun Fives, annoying little guy. And let's try and do basics on him and take him down. Got to get him when he's stunned so he doesn't shoot back all the time. Super annoying. All right. Wop. Let's go back and kill Mace Windu. Actually, Vader is way more important. Let's kill Vader. Let's ability block. I should be able to stun him. Oh, or kill him. Wow, that was fast. Wasn't expecting that much damage. Oh, you missed, Mace. You missed. All right, Nathan Bowden says, what is the ideal ship team under a Thrawn capital ship? Well, it depends on what you've developed. If you've developed an Empire team, use it under Thrawn. Thrawn's really good for any lineup because he's got a universal kit of healing, increasing your damage, decreasing your opponent's defensiveness. He has an ultimate that can kill any ship, such as the Houndstooth. So it's great for shredding through, the invincible defenses. He is kind of slow though, so he's going to go, last probably of all of the capital ships, which is too bad. But his ultimate goes pretty quickly, so. Yeah, I think you can use him with anyone. You could use him with a target lock team, a Rebels team. You could use him with Geos. You can use about anybody under them. Let's see, Boba or Jango Lead. I personally use Jango Lead for the speed. What he's talking about is he's asking about going against like 3v3 or 5 versus 5 Night Sisters using bounty hunters versus Night Sisters and being able to target whoever and kill the stealthing mechanism. Yeah, because he can put burn, Jango Fett lead for the speed, and then he can put burn down on everybody, which prevents the bonus turn meter. This is important with their tank, because their tank gets tons of bonus turn meter. So you got to shut that down. Oh, look at this, a double Zeta Phoenix team. I didn't see anything today that was powerful. My Thrawn is actually injured though, so they might be able to kill my Thrawn today. We'll see. I'll have to make sure to taunt and kind of protect him. Yeah, Darth Mar brings up a good point on ships, that Vader's ship goes through foresight. Absolutely, just like Biston's does, which is why Biston makes such a good ship. He can go stealth, so he won't be targeted, and then he can just hit through foresight, so no matter what. Being that he's a rebel ship too, it's important that you develop him out. Definitely difficult to gear though. His compadre is the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder is the worst ship in the game. What is this eternal loading screen about? What in the hay? Look at this. Eternal loading. All right, I'm going to look at the questions while it's thinking. This is craziness. When will we get clones get their rework? I want to start playing with them again. What's funny, Darth Skywalker, there is not an error with my connection. Come on. There we go. Okay, so it says, when will clones get the rework? To be honest, sadly enough, surprisingly, the clones actually got a rework already once. It would be nice to see them get a rework again, but I've seen them get little bonuses in Territory Wars, and I'm pretty worried that that's basically all they're going to get. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to actually take the time to go back and fix the clones. It would be nice if they did that this month. By adding a couple of characters, they might be able to do that. It says, what's the ideal mod set and primary stat and secondary stats to have on HK and a Darth Revan lead Empire team? Well, he's got to survive marked if you're going against Revans. He has to be able to survive a bunch of pummeling from the opposing team regardless, and you want him to do a ton of damage. So for me, the two stats that matter more than anything is offense, right? And then health, and health. Now, obviously, offense set and a health set. And then you're going to want to put as much offense primaries on as possible and speed on the arrow. And then as much speed secondary, health secondary, and offense secondary as possible. Mine is only around 220 speed, which is slow. I'd love to have him faster, but offense for me was more important. So, all right, we've got one tank. I'm going to go ahead and fracture Sabine because she actually can do some wicked damage. And we're going to go after Ezra. We're going to call Yoda. We're going to try and kill their Ezra. All right. We're going to go ahead and I don't want him to counter, so I'm not going to do the AoE. I'm going to go ahead and try to, bam, almost killed him. And then we're going to ability block everybody, or a lot of them. And we're going to go ahead and kill Ezra by priming Yoda. Goodbye. And then, let's see. We're going to try and take out Hera, but first I'm going to spread the buffs. So everybody's got them. Then I'm going to do some damage to Hera. Not 24k, not bad. 15k, 16k. That was 32,000 almost. Let's go ahead and stun Kanan. And let's go ahead and jump. He missed because I had foresight. Let's go ahead and get rid of Sabine while she's fractured. Stun. An individual is asking if I am going to add ships to the pillar system, and the answer is no. The reason is the pillar system is designed to be a guide, a flow. It's got all the characters, and most of the ships that you're going to need will come out of fleet currency and galactic war currency. And so what I wanted people to feel like they had some freedom to not have to be told everything. Like, you have to do all of this. So the characters are on a hyper efficiency list, but as far as ships, like I went Geos. I know some people that went Empire ships. Well, the Empire ships make sense because there's a lot of those characters I tell them to farm in the first few pillars. So that made sense for them. But I wanted people to feel like ships was, you're getting all this currency every day. What do you want to spend it on? You could spend it on whatever you want. I do recommend the Rebel ships, obviously, for the Chimera. And I do recommend the Geos. That is what my professional recommendation was. You can get all the Geos and their ships out of ship currency and out of Galactic War. So it's a really great strategy because you can get your ship 7-starred. I mean, I'm in it 3 months and I have basically 7-star characters and ships with Geos. And so the proof's kind of in the pudding there. All right, so let's get a Cad Bane and a Biggs and a Captain Phasma. All right. So pretty good. Is there anything about my
squads, either ships or my regular squad that you guys want to look at or ask questions about, because if you do, now's the time. We're a little over an hour, and so I'm going to try to respect time and end it here shortly. So if you've got anything, wow, 290, that was what I needed. Very good. If there's anything that you wanted to look at and see, now's kind of the time. I've got some stuff glowing. That's pretty good. Let's see. Got what are the best unorthodox defensive teams in Grand Arena? That's a cool but very convoluted question because everybody has a different set of characters in their roster, right? So it depends on kind of what you have available. But I've seen some unorthodox teams, such as I saw Clone Wars Chewie as a leader. I also saw Savage as a leader. It's kind of weird. Those two guys have defensive leaderships where they increase the defense. Under Savage, it was Sith Trooper, was Savage as the leader. That's super difficult to kill. And then they had Sith Assassin in there to speed the team up because it's kind of an inherently slow team. She hits straight to health, and Savage can one-shot people. When against the team, I forgot that Sith Assassin can do so much damage to health. And I had one of my characters stomped by Savage because he whomped it once she did her special that went under the protection. So that was kind of cool. I lost a character and went, oh, wow, okay, I got 50 on that. That was kind of surprising. And then I went another one where it was Chewie, Clone Wars Chewie with the extra defense. And then they went Vandor, and their Vandor had like 60% armor. And L3 had like 60% armor. So it was like nearly impossible to do more than about 3,000 or 4,000 damage. And, Vandor, or not Vandor, but Zalbar and L3. And Zalbar and L3, man, with that extra defense from Clone Wars Chewie, it was like a mess. It was a real mess. I won. And it took me a minute, but it was an interesting team. So there's a lot of like interesting team comps that people can make, but it depends on what you have in your roster. We did a live stream a couple ago with Sure Shot, and we did his Grand Arena, and we got through, and there was a ton of like really wonky teams that both we had to kill and that we had to take in to win, and we still did it. So pretty cool. Raid characters. Patrick wants to see the raid characters. So let's go to the bottom. Okay, so Han Solo and General Kenobi are next to each other. Han Solo has 97 of 145, so I'm still a ways out there. And General Kenobi, who will go into my arena team, is 90 of 145. And I'm working on Jyn Erso for ships. Kind of starting to get Stormtrooper Han shards as well. Same with Leia out of the fleet arena. And then Darth Treya's at 60 of 145. She's going to be a while. She's going to be a long while. Same thing with Wampa. Wampa and Darth Treya, we're talking months down the road. So definitely not nearly as fast. But Han Solo and Kenobi, I probably will get them pretty soon, within probably the next 6 weeks. Pretty excited about that. I think General Kenobi will be fun. He's super hard to gear. He's like one of the top 3 highest purple gear characters in the game. The Carbanti need is insane. The good news is the game does spoon feed you about 1 Carbanti a week. So it'll take about 6 weeks to gear him up. If I hyper focus on just him, probably to get him to like gear 10. And I think gear 10 for now will be pretty sufficient. I can just stack him with a bunch of protection and tenacity because the extra tenacity is going to be huge. I'll probably put a lot of health and protection on him. And if I Zeta Bastila, he'll actually get bonus tenacity, which will really, really help there as well. Let's see, what characters or what should I start farming geos immediately after I unlock ships? I think as soon as you have ships available, you should be going for geos as a side project like I did. I have my arena team and my ships arena team that are my hyper focus, all of them. It's very hard to be divided like that, but it's super important. And then who are you farming from the squad arena store? So when you look at the pillar system and you go to the squad arena store, I got Kanan already to 7 stars. I got Greedo to 7 stars. And so I'm in pillar 2 on the Squad Arena store. Remember, each store moves at its own pace. So I am moving in Squad Arena store over to Pillar 2, and I'm working on Leia and Stormtrooper Han, which are the two that I just said that I was working on. So yeah, those are the two that I'm on. Remember, every area of the game, you're going to work at your own pace. You're not stuck in Pillar 1 forever with all of it. Just the moment you're done with a particular section of the game, like Squad Arena Store, Galactic War, whatever, keep moving across. You'll be surprised. You'll be in Pillar 3 and 4 on some of them. And someone wants to see my Ewoks. Let's go Ewoks. My Ewoks are trash, but let's go ahead and take a look at my Ewoks. Whee! I got Wicket, 2-star. Finally, I got Tebow, 2-star. I got Poplu, 2-star. I got Elder, 3-star. Scout, 4-star. Of course, he's the one the game spoon feeds you. And I got Logray, 3 stars. And then Chief Chirpa, I have 1 shard of Chief Chirpa. Chief Chirpa, I believe, is in the Cantina, so he's going to be a little while. But I'm just not really working on my Ewoks yet. That's further down the line. And then how many more Zetas do you need to get Bastila Zeta? I believe Zeta-wise, I am at 12. Let's look. Yep, I'm at 12 Zeta material. So I need 8 more. If I get 1 a week from the 1 or 2, I guess, let's say 2 a week from the drops, I get 6 attempts. Each attempt gives you up to 2. So technically you can get up to 12 Zeta a week, although that will never happen. But if I could get 2 of 12 every week, that's about another 4 weeks or a month to get the rest of the Zeta ability materials. So I'm probably 3 to 4 weeks out before I get my very first Zeta on Bastila, but it will definitely probably be Bastila since she's my arena lead, and the extra tenacity and extra protection is really going to help the durability, especially with all of the Emperor Palpatine teams. They debuff and they get going really fast, and you just kind of get obliterated. With all that extra tenacity, it should really shut all of that down. Plus the Night Sister teams I face, it should shut that down. I should still be able to kill First Order and Imperial Troopers. And so the only teams I'm going to have difficulty with moving forward once I get that Zeta is going to be Revans and Darth Revans. And with Thrawn in there, I still might be able to win some of those battles. I did beat a Revan team that didn't have a Zeta recently, so there's that. Says, why don't you just take the bullet and spend 1 week's worth of ship tokens to buy the Zetas? Divine Axia asks. It's a really, really good thought, and trust me, I'm tempted to do that, to try and get that. But this is the deal. I'm still getting top 10 every day in regular arena. I'm getting 250 crystals from regular squad arena. And ships is starting, the characters and the guys I'm going against are really starting to slip. And I know I got to maintain my competitive edge in ships. And ships I place number 1. And I don't want to lose the 400 crystals daily that are in ships. And the only way to do that is to maintain my competitive edge. So regular arena, when I find I can't get into the top 10 anymore, then I will probably start to pause for a little bit, purchase those Zetas and get my Zeta. But because without the Zeta, I'm able to still get in top 10, that's good. And by the way, even with the Zeta, I wouldn't be able to beat a lot of the Zeta Revan and Darth Revan teams, even with the Zeta. And that's basically what the top 10 consists of. So getting into the top 10 right now is a pretty big, momentous thing. So anyway, we've been at this for an hour and a half. Can you believe it? Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I know a lot of people that are going to watch this after the fact. There's a lot of really fun stuff we did in here. So if you've got anybody that hasn't watched one of these, tell them to check it out. It's really fun seeing kind of the development and how we're coming along. As always, if you guys have any questions after watching this, leave them in the comments down below. And as always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.